Alright guys, it's been a while since I recorded one of these. I'm out here walking by the yachts in Dubai Marina, and I wanted to talk to you about the ripple effect in business today. This is a concept that I first heard about from Jeremy Haynes, and I have implemented it in my business, and it's driven tremendous results for both my personal development and my business's growth. And the whole idea, I'm going to cut straight to the chase, of the ripple effect is that when you take small actions in your business or in your life, it's kind of like throwing a rock in the lake. The small ripples that originate from that don't really impact much. They're very tiny, it's just small circles around the little rock that you throw into the water, right? But then once the small ripples start, it starts the momentum that expands after that into bigger ripples, and as a result of that, it becomes easier to take bigger actions that would have seemed unattainable to you when you have zero momentum. The whole concept revolves around the importance of momentum. And I am experiencing a tremendous amount of momentum right now in my business and in my personal development. I am doing things in a day that previously took me 3 weeks, maybe 4, no exaggeration. Just recently, I have been going so fucking fast and so big. I have never been doing so much shit in a single day, and let alone in a single week before. And this is because of the ripple effect. I started small, threw the rock, whatever. As I go, I learn more about the systems. I learn more about the right ways to do things. The ripples expand, the ripples become bigger. It becomes easier and easier for me to take bigger actions faster. And then the next thing you know, you become so efficient, you can do shit in a day that previously took you a week or a month in my case. And this is not a joke. And so the hardest part, as everybody says, obviously this is so cliche at this point, is just starting and throwing the rock and starting the small little ripple, the small little circle around the rock. Once you do that, then the next step becomes so much easier. If you do a 12-hour workday and you basically, well, let's say you're an e-com operator, you have a store, e-com store, you create 10 ads, whatever, or you post 8 organic dropshipping videos that day, whatever. The next day, it's gonna be 10 times easier for you to create 8 videos again or 10 ads, and they are gonna be even better ads, the bigger circle, remember? And then if you continue doing that every day and continue showing up and doing whatever it takes, in a month, let alone in like 6 months from that point, you're gonna be creating fucking potentially hundreds of ads or dozens of ads that are all 10 times better than each one of the ads or all of them combined on the first day. That is the ripple effect. Maybe in 6 months, and this is the thing about it as well. Right now, if you're still at step 0 and you have no momentum, you can't predict what it's gonna look like in the future when you do get to those points. You can't predict when you have the first little circle around the rock, what it's gonna look like when you're on circle 10, whatever, like a lot of time later, when you've built up that momentum. It's impossible to predict it. It's kind of like in GTA 5, you know, you're walking around the map when you first start playing in GTA. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the case in GTA 5, I'm pretty sure it is. You start the game in a single player and the whole map is grayed out, right? And then as you go around the map, you explore it, you find new shit, and now you know how that works and you can see it. It's kind of like what it works like with the ripple effect. You will not be able to know what step 10 and circle 10 is going to look like unless you go through the first 9. It's very difficult to predict what that's going to look like, and so you have to take it step by step. And you know, in my life, about a month ago, I found myself almost like borderline depressed because I was making so much bread for the first time in my life that didn't require my direct involvement in the business. I think I posted a video about it on this channel actually, and I titled it, you know, I became fully financially free at 18 and now I'm depressed, whatever. And you can watch that on here as well. And how I got out of that position is I started just taking small actions, small ripples, small circles. That led to the second circle. That led to the 4th, 5th, 10th circle. And now I don't even know which circle I'm on, but I'm getting so efficient and so productive day after day. And I'm not just talking about like vanity numbers, oh, I've like worked more hours in a day. I don't think that's actually the case, but I am getting so much more shit done faster and I'm enjoying work so much more. It's ridiculous. Like my life right now, holy fuck, I've never been so happy in my life. I've never been making so much progress so fast. And the worst thing you can do once you do start getting that momentum, once you do start getting to ripple 5, ripple 10, ripple 15, whatever, is the worst thing you should do. That's what most people do, including me like a month ago, is you let your foot off the gas and you start slowing down because you start seeing initial results of that labor and all that work that you've started to put in. Also, Jeremy Haynes put it this way. Basically, it's kind of like when you pull out an anchor from the bottom of the sea. You're standing on a giant ship and you're pulling out the anchor. The anchor is basically, let's say, your desired reality, your goals, getting an M4 compensation, whatever the fuck it is. You're starting to pull it out, you start seeing some results, whatever. You're unlike Ripple 5, Ripple 10, you start seeing a little bit of cash flow, you start seeing first 1K days, whatever it is. You buy some cool shit for the first time in your life, you start seeing good results. The worst and most stupid fucking thing you could do at that point, and that's what I've been doing so far in my journey, is you stop pulling the anchor when you see the first half of it show up. Like, it's so far proven to you that it works. You see the little results, and then you get fucking complacent. And trust me, I'm not saying this from like I don't mean to belittle you or say like I'm better than you, because I have struggled with this throughout my entire fucking journey. I've been procrastinating, getting complacent whenever I got a little bit of bread. But it's not the case anymore, and I'm telling you, it is not worth it to let your foot off the gas. That's the worst thing. It's like an illusion. It's a fucking illusion to let your foot off the gas pedal once you see the first half of the chain when you're pulling out the anchor. It's retarded. All right, I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, actually. Whoops. Anyway, that's the worst thing you can do. You should continue pulling it out. And then the more you do, the more ripples you go through, the easier it's going to get to the next one, to get to the next one. And then eventually, next thing you know, in just a few little months from now, you will be doing more in a day than you would previously accomplish in a month or in a week, at least, like in my case. And then you should continue pushing the gas. It's an illusion to think there's never, that there's no more problems to solve. Also from Jeremy Haynes. There's always more problems to solve. There's always more shit to do. You know, until you've genuinely set yourself up for generations, you got more work to do. And it's an illusion to think there's not. So make your intentions clear, make your purpose and your reasons clear for why you're working, whether it's setting up your generations, whether it's, you know, your children's children, whether it's just getting a fucking mansion, whatever it is. And then just start the ripples and keep pushing forward. The more ripples you get, the more actually you should accelerate, and the more intensive the work should become, and the less you should chill, sort of say. Of course, there's time to relax as well, but you should not permanently let your foot off the gas pedal once you get a little bit of results. So start the ripples, throw the rock in the fucking lake, and I'm gonna see you on the other side.